How special was it to be forever linked with Ricky Rudd with the Iron Man streak?
Yeah.
going to him?
Yeah. Well, he deserved it, I'll tell you. So, Ricky's quite a competitor. Him and I started our careers pretty close to the same time, and he was just to me, one of the cleanest drivers I think ever raced against. I mean, I had just a tremendous amount of respect for him. You could race him side by side, nose to tail, and you never had to worry about him. And you raced him the same way he raced you. He was just one of the cleanest guys out there, and I'm really happy for him to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. I think it's well deserved, and he's a good guy. He's the same guy away from the track that you see at the track. I mean, he's just a good guy.
You guys are kind of call more laid back,
Yeah.
How cool is it when you come here and you get to see the people,
Yeah.
The other Hall of Famers?
Yeah. It's exciting, and a lot of times that's the only time you see them, But it's nice to be able to come down here and see some of the guys, and of course there's the king. I'm following the king right here, but Richard and of course Dale Inman, who was my crew chief there when I won my first championship. So, but it's nice to see a lot of the guys that you looked up to. And I can remember the year that I was inducted, and I walked in that room and I looked around there and I saw all those banners and stuff, and these are people that were your heroes, and you don't ever put yourself on the same level as your heroes, or I don't, and I always looked up to them as my heroes, and they still are, so, but it's a lot of fun this weekend. I'm happy for everybody that's being inducted.
Terry, it's unique too because even though Carl came in toward the end of your full-time career, you were still able to race against both Ricky and Carl.
Yeah.
What did you see from Carl in the times that you were able to share the race?
Carl was really the only guy that I ever raced against who could do a backflip after he won a race, and I always thought, I said, man, I'm not even going to try that. So I'm going to get hurt if I try that. So I'm too fat for that. No, he was a great competitor. A tough guy, great competitor. He was another guy that was just a really clean racer. You never had to worry about racing against Carl anytime. And he was very, very talented, for sure, very talented.
In those early 2000s, you and Ricky still managed to be competitive toward the tail ends of your full-time careers. What pride did you take in that, and knowing that, especially against Ricky, I don't know how close you guys were back then, but seeing how you both were able to adapt with cars that were way different from when you first came into the sport.
Goodness.
By the time that those Twisted Sisters came around, it was a completely different world.
Oh, completely different cars, and it's just you just adapt or you don't.
Right.
So you have to. So it's really not an option. So you can come in and say you don't like this car, but it doesn't matter. So that's your car. So.